we reached the age of for Medicare, we started looking at all the A, B, C, D, J plans. And we had contacted a whole bunch of different agents and had actually settled on somebody, and she was okay, but it was just business.
Well, I truly had no understanding of Medicare at all.
We found him, and we found in him not an agent, but a friend, a person that we like to invite into our home and talk to him about what our needs are, and he was there to answer it in every way.
When Greg came over to the house and he spent a good amount of time talking with us, I felt finally maybe I had an inkling of what Medicare was all about and what we needed to do to complete our insurance in addition to Medicare. So Greg was extraordinarily helpful. The first person that I was able to understand, insurance, about what he was talking about.
He makes it. Yeah, I have a cell phone. I have a business phone. I think he even has his home phone. Real easy.
Okay. And when you reached out to him, was he able to get back to you with answers that were understandable, that were in your language?
We always found it easy to get a hold of Greg. I mean, if we left a message for him, he called us back, certainly within a very reasonable amount of time. And I'm someone who sometimes I'm afraid to talk about things that I don't know about, because then I will ask, to me, silly questions. But I feel like with Greg, there's no silly questions. You can ask anything and he's willing to give an answer.
He made everything clear and easy, and I feel very, very comfortable, and he just takes care of all the business end of it, and I tell him what I want and he gives the answers. We didn't want a bare bones plan. Money was not the primary object for us. It was getting a plan that would take care of us wherever we traveled, wherever we did. And Greg not only did the Medicare business, but led us to long-term care, which I was real resistant to do that. Linda had been after me for years to do that. And Greg just laid it out there, and it was like a no-brainer. Yeah, we should do this right away. And he made that very clear and was there for us, even though we have our long-term care with another company that he doesn't service, but he's still there to answer all the questions. He's a real friend.
When we started thinking about Medicare, first off, I have been a stay-at-home wife and mom, and I wasn't sure what my role was going to be with Medicare. So when Greg spoke with us, he made me aware of what the possibilities were for Medicare on my end of things, and made me feel very comfortable about that.
I was the one that was more pressured to let's get on with it. Greg is very laid back, and as I said, he's not I want to sell you something, he's I want to do what's best for you, and that's important.
Greg really comes across as low-key and gives time for thought. And I certainly appreciate that, because I like to digest things and contemplate and think. And Greg has always given us time for that.
The options were as clear as they could possibly be. He led us to exactly what I was asking for, and gave us the answers that we needed, and in a very clear and congenial, great manner.
Greg definitely presents things clearly, and I think, as I said before, he was very helpful for me to understand about insurance.
I'd refer him to anybody. As a matter of fact, I've been trying to get him to do some presentations at my church, because I'd like him to be in contact with a lot more people that I know. I'd recommend him totally to anybody I know.
I would refer Greg to anyone. As a matter of fact, I wish someone would say to me, gee, do you have a good insurance agent? And I would say, as a matter of fact, I do. I would be, because of our age now and we're getting older, if I had a friend who felt so uncomfortable delving into end-of-life matters with insurance, I would recommend Greg in a moment.
I think of Greg as a friend, and I contact him like I would any other friend. I've got an issue with my insurance, whatever it is. I call him, I take his advice, I covet what he says, and he's a real friend. He's a person. He's not somebody that's trying to sell something or push something.
If anyone out there is looking for an insurance agent dealing with Medicare and supplemental insurance, I would recommend Greg very strongly. I have never felt comfortable thinking even about what would happen if something happened to my husband. As far as insurance goes, I still don't relish thinking about that, but I feel as though if I were to call Greg and ask him questions and say, I'm really lost in my insurance, papers and my insurance matters, I feel that he would come to my rescue and do the best that he could for me.